G'day YouTube, today I'll show you how to use DLL files in Visual Basic 2008. So start off by creating a new project, creating a new class library, which is a DLL file, and just call it whatever you want. I'll just call mine YouTube DLL, and hit enter. And once it has loaded, we'll get the code file, which is the public class file. So I'm just going to change its name to Solution Explorer. I'm just going to right click it, click rename, and I'm going to rename it to YouTube. Hit enter. You are renaming a file. Would you also like to rename in the project of all references blah blah blah? Yes. Okay, now that's done. Now I'm going to write some code and I'll explain it to you in a second. Public shared sub. Here's what you can call it. I'll just call it message box because we're using a message box. Message box show in brackets by val text as string. Okay, and I'll explain that to you. Public shared sub, which means any other resources can use it, so anything else can use it, and that's what we need. Here's what you just call it, and by val text as string. That's just say dim text as string, and we'll set the string in a second in the next project. But right here we're just going to type message box in brackets text, comma message box okay only, and then title hello. Okay, so since we've done that, just save it and click build YouTube DLL, and then open Visual Basic or Visual Studio or whatever you use, and click new project and click on a Windows Forms application, just calling it whatever you want. I'll just call mine YouTube DLL project and click OK. And once it has loaded, add a text box and a button. Oh. So add a text box and add a button. Okay, now here's where we add the DLL file to our project. We click project, add reference, and once it has loaded, we just click browse, and we browse for the DLL file, which in our case was located in YouTube DLL because that's what we called it, and it's located in the bin folder debug YouTube DLL. Just double click that, and we've added that reference. So double click the button and type YouTube DLL because that's what we called our DLL file. So if say you called your DLL file visual, you'll type visual and then dot YouTube, which is the class YouTube, which public class YouTube, dot message box show, which was that public shared sub, and in brackets where it says text as string, remember here, by val text as string. So this is the part where we mostly dim what the text is how I describe it. So in here we want the text to be whatever text box 1 is, so we just type text box 1 dot text, and now we're done. So let's debug it, and in the text box if I type hello YouTube and click OK, it'll show the message box which was in the DLL file. See, oh, hello YouTube. Okay, so yeah, so whatever you go by val text as string, if I go by val title as string, you could add a you could make this title. Let's just debug it, and in here we just add what we want the title to be, which we'll add another text box. And as it says here, title as string, this will be what the title is, text box 2.text. And let's debug it and type, say, hee and I don't know, blah, button 1. See, the title's blah, the text is hee. So thank you for watching my video on how to use DLL files in Visual Basic 2008.